Barça Nation, this is it. We fought through so much adversity this season and so much drama, and now we are just 90 minutes away from the Champions League final. Inter won't back down, but they have not faced a storm like this Barça team. Lamine Yamal is so fearless. Lewandowski looking for his 100th goal. And Hansi Flick has one mission: bring European glory back to Barcelona. Culés, welcome to Barça Volume. I hope everyone is so hyped up for this Barcelona Inter Milan Giuseppe Meazza. I have a lot of things to go over. In this video, I'm going to tell you why we don't have to worry and why Barcelona will be the one that ultimately gets that final and that first ticket to the final in Munich. I'm also going to go over why Inter Milan is going to be the toughest, and why Barça has to be historic, absolutely historic, to be able to get through this Inter Milan side. So make sure you stick around. We're also going to do the lineup that Hansi Flick is going to be doing tomorrow, and we're also going to do the prediction, the official prediction, and I'm going to tell you exactly what is going to happen. So guys, let's get started. Barcelona head-to-head matchups between Inter Milan and Barcelona is just so much better throughout history, because out of the 11 times that we have faced each other head-to-head, Barca has won 8 and Inter Milan has won only 3. But tomorrow is a UEFA Champions League, and as a UEFA Champions League at the Giuseppe Meazza, Barcelona has only won once. Inter Milan has won 2, and the other 3 times they face, Barcelona and Inter Milan drew. So it's 3 draws, 2 victories for Inter Milan, 1 victory for Barcelona. But here's the thing, here's the kicker. Inter Milan in the last 3 years in the UEFA Champions League, and I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry for telling you this, but I have to be, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I have to be honest in this channel, and I have to let you guys know exactly what's the deal with these matchups. So carefully, listen carefully. In the last 3 years, the last 3 seasons in the UEFA Champions League, Inter Milan is the best home team in the whole tournament. In 14 games, they won 11 games and 3 draws, and get this, 0 losses. 0 losses for Inter Milan. So this is why Barcelona has to be historic tomorrow. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This Barca team can do it. This Barca team has all the keys of this game, has all in their disposal to be able to do it, even though there are some bad news that we're going to be talking, and everybody knows. I'll give my thoughts once I'm starting to talk about the starting 11. We're going to be talking Balde, we are going to be talking Kunde, and how that is going to affect this Barcelona side against Inter Milan at home. So the very first key of this game that I'm looking at is none other than the 17-year-old player who is playing like the best player in the world. We are getting to crunch time. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment. This is the moment. If you are built for big moments, then this moment is absolutely for you. So I'm looking at Lamine Yamal. Everything that made you get to this point is for this game. You posted an Instagram picture with the Super Saiyan Goku, and don't get me started, because I love me some Goku. I am a big fan. I'm a millennial. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, and I know what you meant, bro. So please be on point. So Lamine Yamal this season in the UEFA Champions League has 12 games, 5 goals and 3 assists. Inzaghi, the coach for Inter Milan himself, said it, and he said, I cannot stop Lamine Yamal one-on-one. I am going to be bracketing him. I'm going to be putting 2 men on him, 3 men on him, 4 men if I have to. because Lamine Yamal has the key. He was a nightmare in the first half. They could not be stopped. They could not stop him. And he needs to be on his best game, especially for this game. But there's one player specifically I want to talk to, and I am going to address him right after I go into my little soliloquy here about the key moments of the game. But there's one player who is going to change this game, and we're going to be talking about him. And the next person I have is RAPHINHA. We don't have a more clutch player right now in the game for Barça than one and only RAPHINHA. Whether you like him or not, whether it's your favorite player or not, RAPHINHA, get this, 13 games, 12 goals, and a whopping 8 assists. So that makes 20 GAs in just 13 games. That's insane. To have this kind of UEFA Champions League numbers is off the charts. It's one goal from the historic numbers from one and only Cristiano Ronaldo. And before I go on to the keys of the game for the Inter Milan side, there's one player I need to name right here, right now. And that name is none other than DANI OLMO. DANI OLMO. This team, Barcelona, the best team in the world, is the best team in the world because we have someone like you. Because this team doesn't touch their ceiling yet, because you were out for so many periods of the season, but you're healthy now, you are back, and now you need to come out and eat this field and actually create and attack the spacing in the box, attack the spacing that no other can find it than you, my friend. But we brought you to this team for this game. This is the game that you need to show up or not show. Show, no show. But you need to do something about it. Are you a contender or a pretender? You were basically ghosting in the first game, and I am literally fuming because you have all the intangibles to be able to beat this Inter Milan side and to be able to break the low block that they're coming with. And this is your game to go out there and perform, go out there and do your thing. If you're on point, this Barcelona is going to be in the final. DANI OLMO is the absolute key of this team because we know what RAPHINHA can do. We know what Lamine Yamal can do. We know what Pedri Gonzalez is going to do. De Jong, we know they're going to control the middle of the field. But it comes down to one man named DANI OLMO for this game, and you cannot be controlled. You cannot have them bracket you. You cannot have this team stop you, erase you from the game like they did in the first game, because you are the difference maker. You are the one who can do. If you show up, this Barca team is going miles ahead of anybody in the UEFA Champions League. So now, let's get into what Inter Milan is going to be doing in this game, specifically working that high line, and they worked it to perfection. They did a very good job. Hansi Flick needs to make adjustments, needs to have a backup plan. And now we have Lautaro Martinez with 8 games and 8 goals. That is very good. Those are really good numbers. Lautaro Martinez, he actually played really bad in the first half, the first leg. Now he has to redeem himself. He has to show up. But hopefully we can do as good of a job as we did in the first game, because we actually neutralized him very, very well. And another player that I'm looking into this, and this is like a head-to-head between Barella and Pedri Gonzalez. Barella is a great midfielder. Very, very. He's the quarterback. He knows, he dictates the tempos as well. He is their Pedri, our Pedri. Barella is Inter Milan's Pedri, and he played very well in the first leg. So we need to neutralize what he can do. And if we can mark him, there's no way this Inter Milan can create anything on that field. They're not going to be able to do nothing. I'm saying nothing, and nothing will happen if that happens. So as far as my lineup for this game, I wish, I could put in Christensen. He's not going to be there. Christensen, as he adds so much height to this Barca side that is actually really small when you compare it to these Inter Milan players, the Bistek, the Dumfries, the Turans. They are very, very tall players, and it's taller than the Barca players, but a pretty big margin. So you can feel their presence. So I would actually wish that Christensen would, Hansi Flick would take a risk and put in Christensen. But let me know, you guys, what you guys would do. But here's what I think Hansi Flick is gonna do. We're gonna have Eddie Garcia as a right back. We're gonna have Araujo. We're gonna have Cubarsí, and we're gonna have Martinez on the left because, guys, bad news. Balde is not going to be available for this game, and that is a big, big blow. If Barcelona had Koundé on the right, Balde on the left, Martinez and Cubarsí, game over, guys. Inter has no chance of beating this Barca team. We are way too good. But unfortunately, guys, we do not have them. And we're going to have to play. And it's very unfortunate because I thought that it was so weird. It was reported that Balde was for sure coming back for the UEFA Champions League, and Lewandowski was aiming more towards the Clásico, and it turned out to be the other way around. It's actually Lewandowski who is going to be back in time for the UEFA Champions League, and it's actually Balde coming back for the weekend. So that was a big blow because we could replace a little bit of what Lewandowski can do, but we cannot replace what Balde can offer, and how he can help Raphinha in those 1-2 given goals that they love doing, and those crosses that only he can make. But at the end of the day, we got to go out there and play. Real Madrid won the Champions League last season. No excuses, with a lot of injuries as well. So you got to play through injuries, guys. And I believe we will. And actually, so in the middle of the field, I'm going to have Pedri, Gonzalez, De Jong, Frankie De Jong, Dani Olmo will be my number 10, Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal. It's reported that Hansi Flick has said that even though Lewandowski is ready, he will play in the second half. So I guess it will be Ferran Torres who will be getting the start in this game, and then Lewandowski will probably play in the second half. We gotta risk it, guys. This is it. Like I posted in my thumbnail. This is it. This is why I wanted. If we can take a risk on Balde playing, I definitely will take the risk, because we need everybody for this game. We need to win this game. So now, even after I said all of that, it comes down to this: the more that things change, the more they stay the same. If Barcelona can somehow manage the way to defend these set pieces, it is over. Inter Milan lost their element of surprise. In Barcelona now, there's no surprises. We know how Inter is going to attack, and we know how we can defend. Now, we do what we do. We impose our will in the midfield. Pedri, Gonzalez, Frankie De Jong, Dani Olmo, and we use the wings. And that's what we do. There's no surprise. We did not surprise Inter. We did what we did. So now it's time for us to execute and to take a game plan to the next level, and actually do the same thing we did last game, but just defend those set pieces and those long balls and those low to middle crosses that always gives us a hard time. Chesney, you need to be on your game, bro. You did not show up last game. Now you need to earn your paycheck. You need to earn your legacy status here. You've been here for a year. People adore you, but you need to show up in this game. You need to have something to say about it. For me, my final prediction for this game: Barcelona wins 3-2. Unfortunately, guys, we're gonna be conceding in this game, but I think it's gonna be actually a little bit more comfortable. It's gonna be like a 3-1 in the second half, and Inter will probably make it interesting at the end of the match, like 3-2, and we are going to the final, guys. Guys, do not worry. I'm telling you, this Barca team is special, it's different, and we will be going to Munich. I'll see you guys after the game, immediately after the game. So please stay tuned. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.